parfois aussi entendu portar. Toma parfois aussi entendu portar.
Hello everybody and welcome. Oh god, I'm gonna die. First word out of my mouth and I can't fucking talk. How is everybody doing? Welcome to Fan Art Wednesdays. How is everybody? Hello, Mr. Blue Marble and Mr. Micro and Mr. Darth Killer and Geo and Fino and Jared. I hope you all are having yourselves a wonderful Wednesday. Sorry, I have actually been a little sick, so my excuse to play hooky from work isn't entirely made up. It's a little made up, because I did have most of the reason that I didn't is go to work today is because I have a hangover, or had a hangover. So, you know, decisions, or, you know, things. I need to stay home and take care of beeswax. Today we are going to get super close to Naughty Things because we have ourselves fan art for the one and only Purple Dan. So, then fake CGI, yeah, everything. Oh, everything's fake CGI. Hello, Tornado Pelt. No, we're not doing Changeling yet. We are still on I think my ongoing list has Purple Dan, and then Red's Rhetoric, and then maybe Sean Hufford if Sean Hufford gets me the picture that he wants me to use. So, you know, we'll see what we do there. Hello, Sir Purcell. How are you doing today? So yes, no changelings today. Sorry. But we do have Purple Dan. So I kind of have. So I guess we can kind of get started. We don't have to do too much talking because I do kind of. Let me make that go down a little bit. I kind of do have a general idea of what I want to do, and I have all sorts of things and stuff everywhere. One thing though is tell me how the music is sounding. I did notice the first time, or one of the first streams, the music was rather quiet, and then last week's stream the music was way too loud and you couldn't quite hear me, which, you know, depending on who you are, that is a bad thing or a good thing. So tell me today whether you'd like to hear me or if you're okay just listening to music. So let me know how loud the music is doing this day. We can't hear you. Can't hear the music. Still working on the new putter. New putter? Not Purcell. What? Oh. I know my audio streaming this skills though suck. Cause I don't know. Like last time I did this, it was like too loud. It really was. Like everyone kept complaining about it, and I think with good reason, because you couldn't really hear me at all. But today apparently we're quieter today. I don't know. I also haven't actually like touched my computer and stuff in like a solid week because my sister was in town. So I was out on vacation for a while, as you probably noticed in my video. So I really don't like the way this person's facing. So yeah, so I really had today, which is one of the reasons why I kind of played hooky today at work, is that I didn't want to. I hadn't really been at home for a while, and I was like super tired and wanted to clean up my apartment because my apartment was a bit of a mess because I hadn't really done anything in my apartment for a while. I hadn't cleaned it up in a while. I've been eating out like every night for like a solid week because my sister was here. Not that I don't want to cook for her, but we had like plans on places to take her and stuff, so we ended up just eating out all the time, and my house was just a wreck, and I wanted to stay home to clean it, so that's what I did today. I stayed home and did laundry and cleaned, and I have nice clean scrubs so I can actually go to work tomorrow looking clean. So I took an extra long vacation. I called in sick because I am that kind of guy. So time to figure out what we should draw. It is so I'm getting sort of the rough bits here put together. I was looking at a couple of references, and unfortunately looking up references for tentacles don't do that, Blue Marble. Everyone else, I think you're all of legal age, so you all can go look up tentacles, but so there's lots of ideas in my head, some that are less pretty than others. Of what we could do for Dan. So obviously the biggest feature of Dan is that he is an octopus. So we got to do something with that. Tentacles is kind of the thing. That you know, that's kind of the thing that stands out, is to do the tentacle thing. I saw a couple of drawings. So if you guys know the game Splatoon, there are these creatures called Inklings, I think they're called. They're the main characters. And they are like little squid children, I think. And thankfully, because they're children, they tend to be less sexualized. Not entirely not sexualized, because it's the internet, right? So I did find a couple of good drawings of Inklings sort of being adorable. And what they do is they just sort of have a... We'll draw a quick head here. Is they just sort of have, like... So that you have, like, the head. God, that was a terrible head. You have, like, the head going on here, right? And then instead of, like, hair, they have, like they'll have, like, a tentacle sort of sticking out of them that sort of is their hair, and they kind of You know, they look more or less like that. And so they'll have like 1 or 2 big tentacles and make up their hair. And then they'll have like the suction cups or suckers or whatever on the inside here. And so that's how they sort of do the tentacle-y bit. Is to just have like one big tentacle. Tentacle sticking out, yes. So male Ursula. Ooh, I kind of like that. Male Ursula. That's cool. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. I think. Why not? I like that. So let's finish posing Dan here real quick. 5, 10, and 15, and 20. So yeah, let's start with that. So we got give Dan a quick neck here. Some body bits. And body will go down to there. So we'll have the top bit be like that, and then here's where it'll get interesting, because we won't be able to do, well, we'll still do a waist, right? Like typically would, but then out here, that's where we'll go a little bananas. And let's see, so I think Ursula, if I remember right, has like a skirt of tentacles, right? So we'll have 1 tentacle, 2 tentacles. How many? Oh, how many? I ask. So obviously we're gonna try to get all 8, but I doubt we'll get all 8. In the picture here. Boom, boom, boom. And we got. I want to do 4 at the front. So we'll do 4 tentacles at the front, like this, and then there's that one, and then we'll have sort of one creeping out from behind, like that. And like that. There we go. We'll do some shading to make them stand out a little bit more. Alright, so we got that. Alright, I'm good with that. And then, yes, which does raise the question, does she have an octopus mouth in the middle or a butthole? Oh no. Team Skeptic is drawing tentacle soft porn. I am. That is today. Urso should have a similar color around the hips as the merfolk below just the fat octopus body. Yeah. Alright, so we got this part kind of pretty good here. We'll draw, let's get some arms. Now I was thinking of maybe not drawing arms today, because last time I struggled a lot. So we're gonna put arms behind our figure, so she'll be sort of leaning. We'll try to see if I can make her to actually look like she's leaning back a little bit. I did thoroughly enjoy it, and it sounds like so did Geo doing Geo's last week. That was a lot of fun. I think she turned out great. I spent way too much time on the whatchamacallit of those. The skirt on that like took me forever. Surprisingly enough, that was the thing that I spent like the most amount of time and put the most attention into was the skirt. And that, goddamn, drawing black is a lot harder than I thought it would be. But after looking at a few pictures, I think I got it pretty well done. Hello, Saturnalia. How are you? Yeah, bathing suits has cover-ups where the body goes with an octopus. So we want to do. Okay, so that's what I thought. So that's why we're gonna go up here. And God, that was awful. God. R&D, do you even know what breasts look like? Apparently he doesn't. R&D does not really know what breasts looks like today. Today has not been R&D today. Still slightly hungover, so that's not, that is not helping the situation much today either. Is the being still slightly hungover bit. It has just not been a good day. For all those reasons, but we're getting better. We're getting better. I'm trying to get him to lean back. How do breasts look when they lean backwards? Yeah, okay. So we'll give a bit of a. So we said Jared Nofino wanted more like a. I feel sorry for your wife. Oh. So we were thinking of doing more like a bathing suit, right? Is that what Fino? Is that what you said you wanted? You were thinking. Do we want to do the clamshells like Ariel, or do we want to do something different for her? Because we don't have. We can do the clamshells. I'm pretty sure that I can pull off. I can draw clamshells. I think that is well within my my skill set. Or do we want to do just like a more typical, bathing suit? You could look at my link. It's my that is an official Disney picture. I could do that. God, I always worry about links, but thankfully you guys can't see my screen, so if things go tits up. Haha. Oh, that is really small. So she's got like a, you know, she's really so the way that she's drawn is she's got like tentacle bits, right, and then body, and then she's got like one of these dealios going, right, where it's like all built in. Do we want to do that? Do we want to just have like one built-in swimsuit leg things, or do we actually want it to be slightly separate so that you know, we get a little bit of separation, a little bit of tummy action there? Oyster, did I spell that right? Our good hangover helps. Yeah, it does. I live in the Midwest, so there's no oysters anywhere near me that I want to eat. Just a boring bathing suit, no clamshells. Maybe the shells were still in the world of demolition there. Oh, that's true. And she has fire allergic to this, yeah. Alright, so just a bathing suit. We can do that. So I am okay with that. We'll do. I feel like his shoulder is just not strong. Fix the shoulder a little bit. So Dan, in real life, has like this awesome like jet black long ass hair. So I think we gotta incorporate that in here as well, because IRL Dan has some sexy hair that needs to be included. So I am like super jealous of his hair. Not really, because I actually have like very similar hair, but I don't grow mine out. I don't grow mine out, so I don't get to have sexy hair. So we'll go like that, like that. Let's have you girls. Let's have a little bit of separation here. I think you are like just a little too close at the moment. Like you're being held up. You're wearing a bathing suit. I don't think I'm quite drawing you like bathing suits should. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I'm back. Thank you, Mr. Jump and Run, for coming on back and joining us. Thank you. So yeah, I wish that I could do the oyster thing, Mr. Darth Killer. I used to do that when I lived in Mexico, or in the few times that I visited Mexico since. Oysters are actually really awesome hangover cures. I strongly recommend them. I still prescribe to, hair of the dog, so I'll usually have myself Bloody Marys kind of work really well for me. So I'll usually have myself a Bloody Mary, and I'm just gonna say something for me to help my stomach. But this morning I was just not feeling it. I had to go drop off my sister at the airport this morning at like some ridiculous time. Like we were there like 4 in the morning ish. Her flight left at like 5. So I had to be up to do that, and then so that was a bit of a hassle on its own. And then after doing that, I got home and I couldn't sleep, so I just, after like a couple of hours of sitting, and it was almost time for me to just like actually be up and get ready for work, I decided to call in sick because I hadn't actually slept any in like 2 hours. So well, let's look up, do I have it anywhere available? Purple Dan's actual avatar, because I think I'm gonna put it in the in the middle bit. That's not, there it is. YouTube Purple Dan. That looks silly, Purple Dan. That looks super silly, but we're gonna use it. We're gonna do the Purple Dan is gonna sit right in here. There we go. Just like that. Just nice and snug, holding everything together with his tentacly arms. We could have it higher up. That might cover it up. Or, how do we incorporate this? I'm still here, by the way, just drawing. No, I can talk to myself. I can hardly understand you. Your music is so loud. No, my music is loud. Oh my goodness. Hello, Billy. This music, I swear, is just I don't know how much of it is the music and how much is that because of because this isn't like a longer and harder, and I'm constantly moving around. My mic isn't always in the right spot, so I keep I think that might also be part of the problem is that I keep moving myself around. So amongst the stars, that is what we are going to do. Okay, so I like Dan sitting here. And Dan's got one giant eye and one not so giant eye. Alright. And then, okay, so we got Dan. We got ourselves a Dan, right? Right there. I want to do something with his tentacly arms, though. Now that I've started drawing him. Ooh, you could just wrap around her. That would be good. Actually, that would be kind of cute. Let's do that. We'll have you wrap around. We'll have you wrap around your person here. Let's see if we can get that to look good, though. And have like another arm that comes down here. Does that just look too weird? It might just look too weird. Huh. This, I imagined, looked better than it actually does. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll keep it there for now. While we decide on other things. Okay, so we got tentacles. I guess at some point, in Ursula's case, at some point this needs to start actually start being the octopusy bit. So we're gonna need a transition here. So let's do we're around right there. So we'll give you a belly button there-ish, which means we are gonna be around there for that. So what do we do here? Do we want what do we want? We could do some more of this octopus pattern. Like up here. So we have like ooh. So we have something more like this. That almost looks more like fire and less like octopus tentacles. I almost don't care though. I almost don't care that Purple Dan looks like he's on fire. Squish the squid. Squish the squid with wood squid. I don't know the oyster trick from personal experience, but my dad and uncle were advised once. Dad tried, and uncle didn't, and regretted all day. Yeah, no, it works. Oh, I think it works. I don't know. All of like I say it works with a whole grain of salt attached to it because I don't know how much of I never know how much of hangover cures are or placebo and how much of them are like you're actually, you know, like I know some things you really need, like you need is there crotch burning? Yeah. Like I know that, like, you know, your body needs water and things like that, so drinking water tends to help, especially with like headaches from hangovers. So I know that's a thing that you should do, is just drink plenty of liquids. Oysters, I don't know what they have in them to help you out. I don't know how true biologically like hair of the dog is, you know, that you just a little bit of alcohol helps you out, but I personally love drinking Bloody Marys afterwards or something like that. It's the salt that does that. So I mean, and that might explain sort of the greasy food. It might not necessarily be the greasy food that's good for you, but the saltiness in greasy food, I don't know. I don't fucking know the biology of hangovers. I just have, you know, a bunch of things that I drink and eat after I drink so that I don't feel like shit afterwards. And that's pretty much what I got going on. Have you kind of playing on there just a little bit more of this. There we go. And we'll erase this bit. So actually that makes it worse. Hair of the dog just makes you drunk again so you don't feel you're hungover. It just pushes it ahead. That makes sense. Like I said, I don't know the biology of this shit. I just do it because I need, even knowing that it just makes it worse probably won't stop me from continuing to do it, because I'd rather not feel hungover in the immediate future and delay the inevitable. Inevitable? Yes. And just delay it further. Because, you know, fuck actually dealing with my problems. But today I'm starting to feel better. I was starting to feel better. I was sick like all weekend long too, which did not help things at all. One of my clients at work had been sick for a couple of days, so I wasn't surprised that come the weekend I was getting super sick. So Gatorade and that stuff. Electrolytes, yes, electrolytes. I am told, which is why I say water, right? Because water has electrolytes. Does water have electrolytes? I know that Gatorade has what the body needs. Is that the one? No, it's not Gatorade. It's God damn it! What's that one drink that they have in Idiocracy? It's the one Gatorade knockoff drink that they have. It's got what the body needs. That's it. Pure water does it. You shouldn't have made PD have a tattoo in her biceps or stomach. Maybe I should have, but I think at this point we're kind of, I kind of, you know, I feel like Dan might enjoy a little, you know, to be up close and personal with this lady. I would hope so, at least. So we can always add tentacles to other sections too. We don't have to just be stuck with this section here. But I needed something to keep these bits together, so they're there. Okay, we're at the hair bits. What should we do? He already has a layer. Pure water is lethal, I am told. So is pure oxygen, right? Pure oxygen is like extremely flammable and doesn't do you very good. Brondo, yes, Brondo. That's a great movie. I should watch that movie again. I really do enjoy it. Okay, so yes, we are at hair. What should we do about the hair here? Should we So like I said, Dan has majestic black hair, IRL. He has majestic black hair. So I kind of want to get the majestic black hair thing. You live in the literal idiocracy. There should be no hair directly under the tits. Yes. That is correct. So, I mean, we can just do, you know, we can do super simple hair and just have it. We'll do one of these dealios here. Which I don't remember. I haven't seen a Purple Dan video in a while, so I don't remember how long his hair is. But we can have, you know, one of these sort of short hairs kind of things going on. Look at that. You can be a little bit longer. Have the hair go start up here. Actually liking this music. I'm hoping you can hear it too, because I know it gets kind of boring to just listen to me ramble. But so we can do like hair and then. Whoa, that did not curve well for me. Okay, so we could do that. It's a bit over the shoulders. Okay, so we gotta. So we'll keep you with that kind of hair, and then we'll give you. We'll let some of it come down to your shoulder. Like so. Have some of it come over here like that. And then there, and then we'll have the same thing over here. Some of it just a little bit like that. Just goes over the shoulders. Doesn't cover up anything we don't want it to. I think that is way longer than I wanted it to be, so we'll shorten it. Let's shorten. Doesn't have to go down the arm. That would be weird to have really short on one side and really long on the other. So we'll fix that. There we go. We'll go bam, bam, bam. And there. All right. She's looking pretty good. I actually don't know how much. Pure water is lethal because its purity will cause your cells to explode via osmosis. It won't kill you like arsenic. You can survive short term. Don't stick to it long term. Good to know. Any flat earthers in here? I doubted, Mr. Inger. This isn't really the, you know, let's shit on a flat earthers stream. That's a Sunday stream. This is a very relaxed, we're just gonna have fun and draw tits stream. So it's, I doubt you'll find many people to sort of complain to here, or who will you're not gonna find a lot of flat earth thing. Like, this isn't the place for that, sorry. So here's my favorite commenter from Godless Engineer. Do you go to Godless Engineer's videos? Do you paste the same thing on his channel? Because that's still my one complaint, that I don't like it when people do that. And in a lot of ways, I understand why you do it, Mr. Inger TV, because I bet it gets as tedious to you as it does to me to have to repeat the same thing over and over again. So I understand why you do it, but it's still really it makes my channel really fucking boring, so I don't like it. But it makes your piss glow in the night. Pure water makes your piss glow at night? Is that a thing? People who are smarter than me, is that a thing? Is that real? Because that would be kind of cool, honestly, and it might be worth the risk of my cells exploding just to be able to do that. I think at least it would be kind of worth the risk of cell explosion. All right, let's find some lips. I'm going to scroll through some probably not appropriate. Ooh, I like these lips. Maybe we'll try these lips. Some definitely not appropriate lips. Speaking of lips, to go into the place that I know your minds have already gone to. One of the things that I got to do that I got to do during my vacation is my wife found this really just absolutely awesome sauce pub in Weston, Missouri, which is just right outside of Kansas City. And it was so you go there, and it's like, you know, like any other bar, you go in through the entrance, but then to get to sort of the rest of it, you have to go down like a flight of stairs and then down a ramp, and like at the end of it you end up being like 50, I think the people said you were like 50 something feet below ground. It was really cool. It was a really awesome bar, and they had some entertainment there. They had a guy singing, and he was fucking hilarious. The whole thing was just, it was so much fun. I'm so glad my wife found it. It was a bit of a drive, which I was a little annoyed about at first, but then I got better. So, it does sound pleasant in here. Nice drawing. Thank you, Mr. Inger. This is, like I said, this is more relaxed. This isn't This isn't a place to be hating on each other. We'll save that for Sunday. Sunday's when we hate on each other. But today we just chill and draw. If you want to hang around and draw, you can. This eye is crooked. Is that the problem with this eye? Is that it's crooked? Is that what I'm struggling with? Yeah. If I know that Microorganism sits here and draws with me. So, you know, if you want to hang around and join us in our drawing endeavor, you know, feel free to. Sure, we will all enjoy it. Let's see. You should Google octopus pupils. They're scary and cool at the same time. Alright, we're gonna Google octopus pupils. I'm gonna regret all of my decisions to do this. I like Godless Engineer's channel. The one that do Marvel. Sorry. Oh, they are weird. Oh, we're gonna have to do those eyes. We are gonna do. We're gonna do some of those eyes, I think. I like Godless Engineer's channel. The 1D Marvel video, he was trying to debunk. It seemed like halfway through he was starting to doubt the baldness of the flat plate. Alright, if you say so. I mean, I haven't actually watched a lot of Godless Engineer. Godless Engineer and I got into a fight a while ago. It's a personal thing. Well, not personal. It's just it's a beef between me and Godless Engineer. So I don't want to, like, everyone else, you know, feel free to keep subbing to him because he does do awesome content. But I don't watch his stuff or really interact with him much because of that. That I'm being very vague about on purpose. So, but otherwise, yeah, no. D-Marble is the guy who they do look like W's. Are we gonna do the W ones? I guess so. Okay. God, these are gonna look hella weird on here. Oh my goodness, those look really weird, guys. I'm not sure, like, yeah, D-Marble is an interesting character. I'm not sure where I sit on whether he's a legit flat earther or not. He seems rather sincere, so I'm sure that he is. God, that looks fucked up, guys. That looks really weird. I don't know. I got blocked from the Geek Room from the Non-Secular Show and Steve McCrae Low, so thank you for not blocking me. I don't block anybody. That is just my policy. I don't, you know, it's everyone's fucking got their own channels, right? Everybody can do whatever they want with their channels. I don't think that you say anything that's outrageous enough for me to need to block you. And I would show you, but it's kind of difficult for me to do it. But I don't have a single person blocked on my channel, and I hope that I never have to. Like I think I told you, Igor, I would if you continue to be a spam bot, because I don't like, from a personal perspective, it does take me it does take up a little bit of my time to you know, go through all the comments and approve them, and then my spam filter gets blocked up, and I don't like doing that. Which is really the only reason, like, it makes more work for me when you are spammy. But if you're not being spammy and you're behaving, I really don't give a fuck. So, you're welcome to hang around as much as you like. I know that you mentioned that you like talking to my subs. They are very smart people, so I'm sure they'll give you a run for your money. And as always, I think I've mentioned this before, you're always welcome on the stream. Not this stream, obviously, because this is not meant for arguing. But you're always welcome on my Sunday stream if you ever wanna talk about Flat Earth or anything else. I know that I said I'd probably make a video about you, and I probably will. It's just I have my videos planned out like a month ahead of time, so it might be a while before I actually get to it. And it's rarely like last week. It's rare that I actually change my schedule because I saw something that needed to be tackled like right away, or I got lazy. One or the other. I got some videos of it if you're interested. What? Today I had the last meeting in my school's astronomy club. Decided to make everyone play Flat Earth Kahoot. We had a good laugh. Ah, yes. I know. Who was it? Was it Blue Marble? Somebody was asking me about doing more like hangouts where I actually have people over. I might have to start doing those again, because I realized I haven't done like a game night or anything like that, and that would be fun to do, like a like Flat Earth bingo or something. That I think would be a lot of fun. So maybe I need to start talking to other people, other YouTubers, about doing that, or just opening up to the public. I think one of the last times I opened it up to everybody who wanted to, and I had a pretty full room when we played Quiplash, one of the games, and those are always fun. I always love playing Quiplash. All right, I feel like this swimsuit, while very attractive on Mr. Dan, is a little bit on the plain side. And I would like to add something to it. I just don't know what yet. So if anybody has any good ideas on what we could add to Dan's swimsuit, I am all ears on that. On that front, we do need something. Found a jerk called EISF who does the whole "Let's Test the Global Society Worshippers" stint. Like, is he one of those that believes that the Flat Earth Society is part of they're part of the conspiracy themselves? Because that's yeah, I think one of my first video, or one of my first few videos, was I cited the Flat Earth Society, and then all Flat Earthers like were down my throat. But that was before I knew that people like Jeranism existed that you could cite for crazy claims. So I chose the Flat Earth Society just because they were easier to find. Since then, I have realized that I guess you shouldn't. I don't know. I don't actually even know if the Flat Earth Society is like a joke, or if it's like legitimately a group of people who are Flat Earthers and just have, you know, their own version of what they believe the Flat Earth is. Because nobody has a Flat Earth borrow. A pearl necklace. Pearl necklace, but does YouTube like that? Oh, I don't know. We can do a pearl necklace. I think we can, yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to do the muscly bits that the octopus have between their tentacles. Get this and this. There we go. Like that. Okay. Do we want like a long pearl necklace, like one that comes like down here, or do we want like a Marge Simpson one that's like right there? How can you showcase in the drawing how octopuses can be compressed into small things? I don't know. I don't know how we could do that here. This might not be the drawing for that. Unfortunately, that would have been something to like get ahead of time. Because I think if we would have had enough time, I would have like had her like coming out of a keyhole or something, and been super compressed. She's looking great though. I'm loving this drawing. This drawing is looking pretty awesome, awesome. That guy's pretty much a cucumber. IEISF or IEISF is better known as Earth is seriously flat. Oh, he's commented a couple things a couple times. Yeah. He's the guy who says, let the globe first share comment on each video. Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I know who you're talking. I never read through that comments. I know it's there, but I've never read through it. New World Order, basically the powers that be, conspiracy lingo. Yeah. How they're probably part of the New World Order. They're both antichrist and weird. Sometimes I think they release the flat Earth on purpose. We are arguing about the shape of the Earth, and they are planning World War III. I think that if you're worried about society, I think you're right. That sitting around talking about flat Earth is probably not the best use of your time. That includes me, but I do this for funsies. And if you actually want to change society, there's a lot of things that you could also talk about, which is why I often talk about politics on my channel as well, as often as I think I can get away with it without pissing everyone off. Because I think there's a lot to be said there about how the world is run. Oh, that guy that pretty much kicked him around the curve. Or draw like a genie in a bottle with one of her two tentacles still inside the voice. I mean, I guess we could. We still have like tentacles down here, so we could do. Since they're all kind of pointing in the general direction here. We could do a genie. I'm not even sure if you can see the very bottom of the page, but we could kind of do something like that. Let's see if we can do. We can do like a. What kind of bottle should this be? Not that I think that I can do anything more than. Like my first thought is to do like a beer bottle, because I'm a slight alcoholic. So that was my first thought, but we can do more like a. What's that other kind of bottle? Wine bottle, I guess. I like this song. But yeah, Mr. Igor, if you would like to talk about other things besides Flat Earth, I would strongly encourage that. I do think that, I mean, I don't think it's like the, conspiracy level kind of stuff, but I do think the media and things have reasons to not want to, they don't talk about certain things, and I don't think it's because they're trying to take over the world. I think it's just capitalism sucks, and so there's better ways to make money than to talk about like actual important news. I know there's been like people have pointed out how little coverage a lot of the teacher protests that have recently happened across the U.S., how little coverage they got on the news. And I don't think that's like the conspiracy, like nobody wants to talk about, they want you to know about that. I think it's more like just that kind of stuff is nuanced, and it doesn't sell as much as talking about talking about whatever other nonsense, because people are stupid and people listen to stupid shit on the news instead of comprehensive stuff, or things that are actually important. So I do think there's a little bit of that that you could argue not at a conspiratorial level, but does kind of show bias when it comes to like media and stuff. I just wouldn't agree with you that that it's all a conspiracy. I don't think I'm gonna give this thing legs. Gonna scan it and we'll update the raw drawing on Discord. Awesome, Drew. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean at this point we're just kind of we are doing. I think she's mostly done. Because she really. There we go. I think she's mostly done. Whatever I have left is just gonna be like shading and inking at this point. But she is looking pretty good. I do love the idea with the eyes was awesome. She looks really fucking good. Those eyes really make her look quite devilish, and I like it. I didn't think they would look that good, but they turned out pretty awesome. Careful with chocolate. Alcohol addiction and chocolate addiction have been shown to be linked. Some pleasure and satisfaction. Did not know that. That is interesting. I don't like chocolate all that much, so I think I'll be okay. I'm really not much for sweets myself. I'm really more of I like salty and sour things are really more of the things that I usually eat. So if I'm going to have a snack, I don't usually go for candies. I'll usually go for things like salted chips or peanuts or sunflower seeds. It's just chocolate. So it's not like I hate chocolate, but I won't necessarily seek it out. All right, so we got coming out of the bottle. We have Dan. We have some cool eyes. Red likes salty. Yes, he likes the salty things. You like it. I'm glad you like it, Havoc. Thank you for showing up, Havoc. She is looking pretty fantastic. I am pretty proud of Dan here. I'm liking how much I'm getting better at drawing here. So she's looking pretty good at this point. Like I said, I think we might be done. And I think whatever I have left to do here is gonna be a matter of me inking and shading, which will take me some amount of time. I could try to do some of it live, but at the same time. I guess I could do some of it live. Really have nowhere else to be today. I do have to end the stream at around 6 because that's when my wife will get here and we have to go grocery shopping because we haven't done that in a good solid week and I have like no food in the house. I'm also getting hungry. So I might go eat my salty things once I'm done with the stream. If you want to know what the salty things that I do eat. One of my favorite all-time snacks, and this is weird as hell. It's a weird as hell snack, so I entirely understand if y'all are grossed out by it. But one of my favorite snacks is chips with hot sauce and lemon juice. So that's one of my all-time favorite things to eat if I can. So I'm gonna go have myself some of that in a little bit. No. Have a nice relaxing Wednesday. I'm trying to come back Sunday and get theorized to death. Hello. Well, thanks for stopping by, Igor. I will hopefully see you on Sunday. Thanks for being such a good sport, my friend. Dark chocolate, enough said. Ooh, dark chocolate is kind of tasty. I used to chocolate strawberries with there's this like powdery chili powder stuff is really good. If you want something salty and spicy and sweet, I would highly recommend giving that a try. I also used to find, I don't know, I haven't seen it in a couple of years, but I used to find it wasn't jalapeno, it was like cayenne peppers. So it was like this chocolate with cayenne peppers, and it was really good. I love the shit out of that too. I think she's done. If you guys want to keep going, I'll let us go. We can keep going and we can do some inking because I do have my markers with me, or my fucking pens. So we could do that if we want to keep hanging out. And we got maybe another half an hour before I have to go. That was cephalopods. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I hope Dan likes it. I don't know what he'll do with it, but I hope he likes it. I got everything I need here. I think so. I think so. We'll see. Let's get some of the big things done while we're here. Yeah, so I hope Dan likes this one. Next week it should be Red's Rhetoric next week, which I'm also really looking forward to getting that drawn. I found what I think is going to be a hilarious idea, because I know somebody had mentioned to just draw him with a mask on, and I think I found what I'm going to do to make it sexy and have him with a mask on. So I think I have a pretty good idea for Red. And then after Red, I hope that Sean Hufford gets back to me, because he had said he was going to give me a picture to draw, and my challenge was that I had to use the picture, but I couldn't show it to you all. So that's going to be the challenge for that picture. Is I don't really want to know what kind of picture Sean Hufford is going to send me, but he's going to send me a picture that to inspire the drawing. So that might be a little bit too kinky. Gimp mask? No, not a gimp mask. He'll probably have like the what's his face, like a Darth Vader and Kylo Ren mask, but instead of having like the crazy whole things, it'll just be like the Red's Rhetoric symbol, the two R's. So I have a pretty good idea of what that'll look like when I get to it. I'm just gonna have to practice it a couple of times, or at least get a good feeling for it before I stream next week. This is kind of, I miss having my afternoons off. I do, as much as I love my job, having these afternoon streams has always been so much fun, especially in the middle of the week. I really do miss being able to do them more often, because I used to do like flat Earth debates all the time when I had free time, and I used to be one of the managers for the debate channel. Before that kind of got shut down by assholes. Cool. What's his face who did that? Some kid decided to just get all pissy with flat Earth debates and like shut down the channel with like a false copyright strike. So not false community strikes, and people were like playing porn on it. It was bad. Unfortunately that went down. A guy fucks mask. Oh. So sci-fi gimp mask. Yeah, sci-fi gimp mask. Yeah, I guess we are gonna go with that one. Okay, my drawing is up on Discord. Awesome. I still think that's Darth Snape. Kylo Ren is more unhinged as dark side users go. I would say with assholes shut down your channel. Why didn't the pussies and the dicks stop them? Isn't that their purpose? Yeah, I don't know. I don't even remember the guy's name who like he had it out for flat Earth debates. And would you know, because if you ever watch flat Earth debates, it was just Google Hangouts, so you could, and I think you still can, you know, go in there and shut it down if you had the link. And so that was a big problem, is that honestly too many people had the link, so it just became that, you know, any asshole could come in and shut down your channel or shut down the stream. And then there were a couple of instances that people were playing pornography, and then the hangout had to be stopped right away, and then the video had to be deleted before anybody could get a strike in, and it was just a mess. It was an absolute wreck, and it happened entirely just because like one person just had it out for flat Earth debates. So it was real dumb, honestly. It was real dumb and real childish, but what can you do about that? Kylo can stop a laser bolt. Enough said. Kylo can whine enough to wish you for that laser bolt. That's true. I am not a fan of Kylo Ren. I'm not a fan of the new movies at all, remotely. Well, granted, I haven't really seen them. Here we go, dying again. I saw The Force Awakens when it came out, however many years ago that was. I went and saw it in theaters, and I was horribly disappointed by it. And since then, I really haven't had any interest in watching Star Wars after that. So, Kylo Ren was a bit of a... I don't know. Like I said, this is only from The Force Awakens because it's the only one I've really seen. He's... like, the unhinged part I'm okay with because I think it would make a very cool Sith Lord to be, you know, someone who's that unhinged. But it came off as whiny more often than it came off as, like, someone who's just kind of barely keeping it together. And I think that was a lot of the problem there, is it just did not come off as... It was way off there. It just did not come off as like a good character trait, just whininess. In a lot of ways, it reminded me of Anakin Skywalker in the prequels and sort of his whininess, which is not something that you really want to emulate, is Anakin Skywalker's whininess. But that's what it reminded me of. So, my favorite new Star Wars movie has to be Rogue One. Yeah, I think I did watch Rogue One. I watched it in theaters. I went with a client. I enjoyed it, but I'm not sure if it's a good movie. Which is my like, I'm not, you know, I had fun watching it. But I think a lot of the reason that I had fun watching it was a lot of the fan service that they did, like, spoiler alert in case you haven't watched this 2-year-old Star Wars movie. At the end of it, they have that absolutely fabulous scene with Darth Vader boarding Leia's ship, and like, oh, son of a bitch. Like, that is a really great scene, and it made the geek inside of me like squeal. So there's a lot of things like that I really liked, but I'm not sure how much of it is actually like it's a legitimately good movie, or is it just that R&D likes it because he really likes the original trilogy. And I may never know if it's actually a good movie or not. Sorry, I'm like getting like super quiet because I'm trying to do these details without messing up my drawing. Super happy with this drawing. I haven't seen the next one, The Last Jedi. I hadn't seen that. I doubt that I will. I really had no interest in it. So, I don't know. I hear a lot of fans are really pissy about it. I hear a lot of fans really love it. So, it seems to be a very, what's that word called? It seems to divide people. It seems to be a very divisive movie. So, I don't know. I might give it a watch if I can stream it for free on fucking, not free because I pay for it, but you know, if I can stream it on Netflix or Hulu or some shit, then I might watch it. But if I have to go out of my way to like rent it or buy it, I doubt I will, because I really don't care enough to spend money on it. But I do thoroughly enjoy the originals a whole lot. I still own the special edition, which is the second one, the special edition for on VHS. I still own that, and I do love it. So, be very quiet because I'm hunting rabbits. Yes. I'm waiting for Solo to drop out of 3D because I hate 3D, but I think the best hope for a good Disney Star Wars movie is to be announced, the Boba Fett project, maybe. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I even, Like, didn't the Solo movie like tank at the box office this weekend? I don't know. I like that's what I keep hearing is that it didn't like, at least it didn't do well. And it from what I hear, they did that thing that a lot of new movies are doing where they're going through a lot of directors and stuff. I almost R&D would say I'm still watching the Christmas special ones once a year. It's probably better than The Force Awakens, to be honest with you. I don't know. I hate on The Force Awakens more than I should. I was super disappointed. Like, granted, I didn't have like high hopes for it from the beginning, but having it be a remake of A New Hope really did not sit well with me at all. I was super pissed about that. I just like I don't know, just fucking like beat for beat. God damn. I was super disappointed by that. I really wish a lot of that could, a lot of that is my reason for my hatred, my unbridled hatred for The Force Awakens, is that it's a remake of a good movie, and then I don't think it helps that so many people really liked it, and I don't know how to tell them like it's just the same goddamn thing. I also don't like Rey very much as a character. I don't, mostly because she didn't have a character. I feel like I was super confused by her character in A Force Awakens. Like at sometimes she's trying to be like super brave and like there's like those scenes where she gives what's his face? Finn's the black guy, right? The black stormtrooper. Gives him a hard time for like not wanting to like be part of the resistance or help out or something, and then like she does the exact same thing where she just wants to run away and like she doesn't care about helping the greater good, and it's just, like, I don't know. I liked Luke's arc in the first movie quite a bit better, where he was kind of like an adventurous kid, but wanted adventure, but in a lot of ways, because of the adventure he's about to go on, his only family is murdered, and I felt like that was rather tragic. It also made a really good setup for his sort of general arc of the dark side versus the light side, and having to fight against the urges to like get revenge, which was way better done than Revenge of the Sith or Attack of the Clones or wherever the one that Anakin's mom dies in. So I will give you some tips on lightweight sometime, R&D. Please do. I felt The Force Awakens was just a remake. Yeah, I did not like it. Which is why The Last Jedi should give you a better reaction. I hear that, and I hear these things because I haven't watched it, that the Last Jedi was supposed to be like a, like the director kind of, wanted to throw away a lot of the tropes that had sort of come about in Star Wars, and wanted to do something fresh. So he kind of shit on a lot of the things that had been built up, and by built up I mean like teased in A Force Awakens, and so people were super pissed about that. Which I mean I could see how that would be okay. At the same time, I just don't have any hope for it being good. That's just my personal bias. That fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice, mentality. They said I'll watch it if it comes out, if it comes out on a platform where I can watch it, then I will. But if it's, I'm not gonna go out of my way to rent it. I didn't go out of my way to go watch it in theaters. I'm not gonna buy it. If a friend has it and codes to come over and share it with me. Oh shit! I forgot to fucking do the thing. Sorry, didn't mean to yell, but I just realized I didn't do the jar. So I have to go back and do the jar here. So if a friend wants to share it with me, I will probably gladly watch it. But unless that happens, I really have very little interest. I don't know. Like I guess Part of it is also fear, because I did, like, I was a big fan, I think, like most people. I was a really big fan of the prequels when they first came out, and I think a lot of people were. I don't think I'm alone in that one. Like, I went to go watch each of the prequel movies. I think I watched, like, 4 or 5 times when they came out in theaters. Because I really liked them, and I think I just really wanted to like them, and I didn't realize how awful they were until much later in life, and I was like, okay, they weren't actually that good. But yeah, like, I went to go see Phantom Menace in theaters. I went to go see it like 3 times in a week. I was like super obsessed with it. And I tried to like them. I genuinely did, because it's like, I love Star Wars, but disappointment got to me eventually. All right, she is looking fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. Anyone played Wing Commander 3? Mark Hamill's in it. That's awesome. Still love Mark Hamill as the Joker. I think is still just awesome sauce to see that. So, got some pencils here. Oh man, how am I gonna do the skin? This is all gonna be black, so we're gonna have to do some shading stuff here. How to do that? Let's get a darker one. This one. Yeah, no, Mark Hamill's pretty awesome. I do like him. There's quite some time in the 90s where he was just in every computer game and TV cartoon show. That's true about Trevino. He did the voice for the Batman cartoon in the 90s. He did, and it's amazing. I think he's reprised it quite a few times, because it's a lot of people's like all-time favorite Joker voice. I think he did it. I think he reprised it for the Arkham games. I don't remember for certain, but I think that's Mark Hamill as well, doing the Joker's voice in the Arkham games. So he does quite a bit. He's got quite a good voice. If you ever watch him like do interviews and where he does that voice, it's fucking hilarious. It's pretty awesome sauce. He's quite talented. It's almost a shame that he got, that his one big role is Luke Skywalker when he probably could have done a lot more. Like Harrison Ford went on to actually star in a lot of other really good stuff thanks to Star Wars, but I feel like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher kind of got the raw end of the stick there and didn't quite get to shine as much. Shouldn't she be colored purple? I am not coloring things. Coloring and I are not friends. I might pick a thing. I might color Dan here. I might color him purple. But I am avoiding coloring things as much as I can. I'm just no good at it. Also, I don't have really good color pencils at the moment, or markers. So we're just gonna stick to a lot of blacks here. Otherwise, I would. Alright, we'll do right there. Yeah, so I really do wish he would have done that. His Batman counterpart, same thing. Yeah, no, I do. I miss, I did hear, but I think this was a few years ago, so it's probably died by now, but I did hear SWAT Cats was getting a remake, and I was super excited about SWAT Cats getting a remake. Or like a continuation. I don't think it was supposed to be a remake. It's supposed to be a continuation of the story, like the creators were trying to do the Kickstarter thing for that, which I feel like they raised the money, but then nothing happened with it, which is a real shame, because that right there was one of my favorite shows. What was SWAT Cats? Yeah. Oh, what's SWAT Cats? Yeah. This gives me an idea for drawing tonight. Good. Yeah. No, I fucking love. I love SWAT Cats. SWAT Cats is awesome. And I really, yeah, I do hope that whatever it is I heard about that is true, and that they actually, got the money for got the money for it, because I think that would be great. I know that a bunch of people are flipping this shit because Thundercats got a remake, or is getting a remake, and the art style is like super different than it was when it first came out. So I have seen quite a few people like flipping their shit about that. I don't know how much I feel about that, because it's I mean, I guess I wasn't like a super big Thundercats fan, so I'm not like super attached to it. But two, it's I mean, I don't know. Like, the art style does look dumb, but it's obviously, the show isn't made for me. It's made for fucking children. So I'm not sure how much of an opinionated asshole I can be about that, because I'm not the fucking target demographic. You know, like, but at the same time, I don't know why you would remake Thundercats and not have it targeted at your, you know, at the people who grew up in the 80s watching that nonsense. Like, I should be their target demographic, because I am the only one, you know, not the only person, but we're the people who remember that show and should, you know, remember that. Yeah, I saw something about another remake. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I just, you know, I saw people bitching about it on YouTube. People bitching about the art style on YouTube, which, I mean, bitching about things that don't matter is a YouTube staple. So, who knows? Thundercats had 60 episodes in like 2011. Is there another remake? I think so. Havoc, even if they did a little reimagining of Rebby from Black Lagoon, I put it on my Twitter soon enough. Ooh, that'd be cool. Watching our dream makes me want to draw. It should. Go draw. The artwork was pretty brilliant, and the script was less, so you could quite decide what to do with the adults or kids. So it was just a bit unstable. Yeah, I saw the I kind of watched the like one or two episodes of the reboot. If you didn't watch Reboot was fucking awesome. Maybe not the first season as much, but the rest of it was definitely some high quality cartoons, and that one was like, it started off as like, the reason that I don't like the first season as much is because it started off as like your typical Saturday morning cartoon kids show, where like morality, you know, each episode has to have more of a story kind of thing. But then like after a while, it just goes like full crazy, and like, oh, it just gets super duper awesome. So it's definitely a show worth watching, if you can get a chance to see it. Reboot is amazing. It's also, I think, like, I think it's it was the first animated, like 3D animated, computer animated TV show ever made, so it holds that as well. And yeah, that was a good show. But the remake, I watched like an episode of it, and I wasn't particularly thrilled to see it, so I kind of stopped after a while. After that first episode, I really haven't bothered to go back and try to watch anymore. It was the first 3D animation cartoon. Yes, that makes me remember Transformers Beast Wars. Yes, actually, I think if I remember right, the people, it was the same people who did Reboot. Did Beast Wars as well. And it's, yeah, I love Beast Wars. Beast Wars is also a really, really fucking good show. I do miss good cartoon shows. I say that, but there are actually still a lot of really good cartoon shows, so I really shouldn't say that, like, cartoon shows now suck. I know a lot of people get kind of into that, like, cartoons used to be better now back in my day, but I think a lot of cartoons nowadays are also still pretty good. Not all of them, obviously, because a lot of them are still absolute crap. Especially a lot of the ones made for like Disney Channel and shit are really bad, but they have like my wife and I and my sister were watching fucking Phineas and Ferb over the weekend. because it happened to be on TV, and God, I love Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb is such a great show as well. And there's still a lot of good shows. Netflix just came out with the fourth season of Troll Hunters, which is done by Guillermo del Toro, and that shit's also that is a good fucking show for a kid show as well. So there's definitely a lot of good kid shows. It's just you gotta actually bother to watch them and not be an asshole because they don't do what you think that the show should do. So yeah, rants about things. Watching Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Oh, hello, big brother. How are you? I can see you're always watching. Beast Wars had an okay story, but the looks were abominable. I think if you try to watch, Beast Wars nowadays without having that nostalgia to it, it's not the best visuals, and I entirely understand. It really, it didn't age the best, but I don't think, I like the story. I personally did. I like the characters were awesome sauce, and a lot of them went through some really great arcs, what's the fucking raptor's name? God, the fucking I forget what the Velociraptor's name was, but he had a great arc, and his spoiler alert, when he fucking sacrifices himself at the end, near the end of the series, it was really fucking emotional. Heard anything about the new one from Groening, Matt Groening, the Simpsons guy, right? I really don't keep up with TV. I'm here talking about TV like I keep up with it, but I really don't. Well, we can add suction cups. I guess we really haven't added any. We've been kind of distracted. We're doing a lot more. We have extra time today, so we're doing a lot more coloring. Matt Groening is coming out with a new show, eh? I liked Futurama a lot. I thought that was pretty fun. I do miss it. I thought that was good. Simpsons and Futurama, just saw half an article that he's making a new show. Looks like Futurama, but is set in a different background. Huh. Yeah, I like Matt Groening. I haven't watched The Simpsons in a very, very long time. I know people say that it's not very good anymore. I honestly don't know when it stopped being good or when I don't know. If it's still doing a lot of its, satire on current events, and I can't imagine that it's bad. But I know everyone has difference of opinions on comedy, so whatchamacallit, South Park is a fantastic show, but I can't fucking watch it. I understand how good of a show it is, and I understand a lot of it I do enjoy, but I struggle to get through a lot of its fart jokes, and a lot of its potty humor is just not entertaining to me. But I definitely understand that it's a good show, and I understand why it's a good show. So I'm not gonna give it too hard of a time just because I'm a fucking prude and can't stand fart jokes all day long. Rhetoric to only be killed again. Oh, and then Dino got resurrected as a clone. It's true. Yeah, I forgot. Dinobot. Yeah, Dinobot he was killed. He was killed protecting humans, which it was a good arc. His whole thing was just awesome. I liked how Optimus Primal was kind of not the best leader in the world, and he had doubts about his leadership skills, but he still kind of pushed forward. I thought that was pretty awesome to see, as opposed to a lot of the other Transformers shows, which don't do that. Which just sort of have I can't stand G1 Transformers. I've tried watching it a couple times. On my own, and that is not my cup of tea at all. I don't have the nostalgia for it either. I didn't grow up with it, so I can't stand it. And I know a lot of people love it, but that kind of I don't like the character of Optimus Prime there. I don't. It's awfully animated. I can't. 90s Sonic. I used to watch a lot. I do like 90s Sonic is also terribly awesome. I understand that it's such a bad cartoon. I love the movie. The movie for the Sonic movie, I think, is just fantastically. It's bad, but I love it. The show was also really good in its badness. A lot of these things, I understand that they are bad, and that the only reason that I like them is because I watched them as a kid, and you know, the nostalgia is strong in me. But yeah, that Sonic one, I think, falls into that category. I'm not sure if it's actually good, or if it's just that, you know. I don't know. It's on Netflix. There are only 4 episodes. Of which one? I forgot. I kind of lost track of what we're talking about. Which was true almost a cartoon. Give them 10 seconds and let them die. South Park. I can't hear even the name of it. Yeah. Anyone watch 90s Sonic? Yes. What is the weird disability killer? Oh, I don't know. I grew up on old school Transformers. I grew up on Mask and Saber Rider, Galaxy Rangers, Note U, Brave Star, and Cops. I grew one of my favorite shows growing up was it was along the Mask sort of formula. It was what's the pencil I want? It was Centurion, which was very similar to Mask. It kind of had a very similar formula of like dudes who can summon superpowers from space, kind of thing going. I love that. That was good. Gargoyles. Oh, Gargoyles was such a great show. Fuck yeah. Oh, I loved Gargoyles. It was so good. Shit, Fino, you're a Mask fan? The car and the bass when I was 5. Oh, Mask. This was good. Yeah, no. Oh, fucking I loved Gargoyles. Gargoyles is a great show. Oh, that was fun. I did thoroughly enjoy that. I think I'm doing this like slightly wrong here. Cause yeah, no, I Gargoyle and so I used to get home and I used to watch Gargoyles and SWAT Cats and Batman the Animated Series and Justice League. I used to watch all of those like when I would get home, and so much fun. Just so much fun with those shows. So Gargoyles even in France. Did I just confuse Centurions with the hologram beast things? I don't know. Centurions had like it was like 3 dudes who had like they had suits that they would summon from like space stations, from a space station. And so that was like their whole gimmick, and they would switch suits, and like one was a water guy, so he had like a submarine kind of stuff, and one was like a pilot, so he could, you know, he had like all of his suits kind of did that, and one was like a earth specialist. I don't even know what you fucking call an earth specialist. And his whole shtick was, you know, he had like a tank, and one of his suits was a tank, and one was a motorcycle. And the suits were, I don't know, I still like the designs of the suits. I thought they were really cool. It was all, I mean, it was all made for, you know, selling toys like all fucking cartoons are. But I did like the designs of a lot of their suits and stuff. I thought the designs were great. So I would, yeah, that's a fun show. Mask, I think, was similar because they could summon. I never watched Mask, but if I remember right, they could summon like different masks from a space station, I want to say. Same sort of dealio, right? I think that was the thing. Power suits. People are trying to build something like that. That would be cool. Listening to all these nerd out about all the cartoons bringing back samurai fighting pizza cats. Oh my goodness! Oh, that was a fun show too. A lot of really good shows, man. So I don't want to be that guy who says, yeah, cartoons aren't the same anymore, but like, God, I miss some of those old cartoons. They were really good. They were really super creative, which was the best part. Like fucking SWAT Cats is one of the reasons that I love it so much. It's like, who the fuck, like, what executive was like, you know what, I'm gonna okay this show about cats flying a fucking plane in the middle of a city and flying and fighting like time traveling demons. Like that like the guy who decided that was a good idea, you are my hero. That person. because the creativity of a lot of those shows is really, really great. But yeah, if you like those kinds of shows, like say, you should, if you have Netflix, you should watch Troll Hunters, which is done by Guillermo del Toro, and it's high quality stuff. Like Guillermo del Toro knows how to fucking knows his shit, right? So it's some high quality stuff. Also, the Voltron remake on Netflix, Legendary Guardians or something like that. That's also just absolutely excellent. I think, if I remember right, I think the studio that does Voltron is the same one that did Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. At least I'm pretty sure it is, because the animation is very, very similar and the style is very, very similar. So I think it was those guys. Max had transforming vehicles, and Max had one special function like shooting lasers or levitating objects of its emotion turning, and the team goes and solves the problem. Yeah. Special equipment idea, but it was also different that they had more cast and different combinations of vehicles like Max Village. Yes. Thunderbirds. Was that the one with the cowboy bird robots? Was that Thunderbirds? Because if it was, I do remember that one. Gary Anderson. Which one's Gary Anderson? Yeah, if it's the robot birds in space cowboys one, if that's Thunderbirds, that shit was hilarious. Shit made no sense, but I loved it. Loved it either way. No, I would also watch like, so a lot of the cartoons I watched probably way after the rest of you did, because a lot of it I watched in Mexico, so we had to wait for the dubs to show up in Mexico. And a lot of the cartoons got like really big and have like giant fan bases in Mexico. It's hilarious. And they really picked up on anime in Mexico as well. Like, not just like the same anime that like Americans watch. Like, you know, we had DBZ and all that nonsense. I used to watch Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, like Dragon Ball back when I was little, and that was fun. But like we also watched Saint Seiya, which is like a really terrible anime, but it's also near and dear to my heart. So I will always recommend anybody who hasn't watched it to watch that one. Let's get a lighter pencil here. Tentacle porn, yes. We're close to the end here, so you kind of made it close to the end, Mr. Bluigi. But yeah, I'm surprised by the chat that we actually strayed quite a bit away from the tentacle porn. I thought we would get closer to tentacle pornness, but we stayed a fair decent away from it. So we are still YouTube safe, which I am very glad about, because I do not want my channel removed. Worked too hard on this nonsense. But yeah, we did pretty good straying away from like full out tentacle porn. I do like the way she looks though. She is looking pretty awesome, and I'm hoping, really hoping that Dan likes it as well. Let's get some shading on the thing. There we go. Some shading there, some shading there. Where is the floor? Nope. Captain Scarlet and the Mistrider? Never did it. Sensei is awesome. If you want to turbo, check Odyssey 31 and prepare antidepressants. I know. Yeah, I just noticed. I don't know if it just got added or if it's been there for a while and I just haven't noticed. But Saint Seiya Lost Canvas is on Netflix right now, and I've been watching that for like the last 2 days. I've been kind of binge watching that because I am a fucking like child when it comes to Saint Seiya, and I don't even care if it's terrible. I just want to watch it. So I've been watching that the last over the weekend while I was out of town. I was watching that on my phone, and now that I watched a couple of episodes this morning. Because why not? I do love me some Saint Seiya. It got really big. It got really big in Mexico. Like they have like big, huge in Spain too. Like they go pretty crazy over there, Saint Seiya. Way more than it ever picked up in the States. But it's definitely worth watching. I think it is. At least, yeah. It's a fun concept. The characters can get kind of annoying because they're crying all the time, and they're supposed to be these like awesomely burly, strong men, and they cry a lot, which I don't know, you know, whatever. Break the mold, I guess. Toxic masculinity, something, feminism. You know. But they do cry a lot. And it mostly gets irritating because it's like their one shtick is to cry a whole lot. I also got remade like Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds got a remake? Oh no. Even Captain Planet was more enjoyable for kids that never owned a Nintendo than Captain N show. Captain N. I think I'd watched a couple of episodes of Captain N. I never got like super into it. Because that was all based on like NES games, and I didn't have an NES. I was super poor, super poor growing up, so I didn't really get to get into video games and stuff until much later in my life when I was able to afford it on my own. So I didn't. Yeah, I think the first system that I bought a an N64 like in 1996 or something. I worked not all summer, but I worked like I got a job over the summer to save up enough money to buy an N64. I was super proud of myself when I finally bought it, and the first game that I got for it was Doom. It was so much fun. I still own it too. I still own the same N64 I bought like in 1996. It's my favorite, like absolute favorite system, I swear. I refurbished it a couple of years ago. I actually like took it apart and cleaned it out and whatnot. It was hella gross. Like I found a bunch of cockroaches and shit in it. It was gross, like dead cockroaches, thankfully. But it was super gross. But I cleaned it out and it looks great now. It sits on my shelf, being all pretty and shit next to my GameCube and my Switch. I think this is looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to blend some of these things together. As you can tell, I'm not blending. I'm just sort of being lazy here. I is play the Minecraft. The Minecraft is always good to play. I was playing the Minecraft before I started the stream. I'm still. I've been playing a lot with the whatchamacallit, the Thaumcraft 6 just like got released like a month ago, and I've been playing with that quite a bit. Because I do love me some Minecraft. And somehow I can never quite get enough Minecraft, so which is good. I'm glad that a game like that exists where I can like pick it up several months later and I still absolutely love the game. So it is one of my favorite games of all time, even if it's just been taken over by a bunch of children who play it all the time now. But it's still well made. I'm not sure how I feel about Microsoft owning it, but what can I do about it? I'm not sure I could turn down $2,000 for a game, or fucking $2 billion, however many $1 billion that Notch got for selling Minecraft. But I think he just wanted to sort of be. I think he just kind of wanted to be done with Minecraft. He didn't want Minecraft to be the only thing that people remembered him from by. He seems like a cool dude for the most part. Also, Rhetoric&Discourse that I just did my first debunking video with Blue Marble. Did you, Dex? Is that a thing that you can share in the chat? Because that would be awesome. Or did you already put it in the chill yourself in the Discord? Because I would love to see that. I really would. I have to. I have a lot of work to do. I've been kind of avoiding work. And by work, I mean YouTube work. Because this is my job now, apparently. No, it's not. It's not my job, guys. I have two. I have to obviously do this week's video, which I am not doing because I'm doing this instead. Right? I'm drawing boobs instead of working on my video. But also I have Blue Marble is doing a guest video for me, so that I'm really excited for. That's gonna be cool. Unfortunately, it probably won't be out for a good solid 2, maybe 3 weeks, just because of the way that my schedule is when it comes to putting out videos. So I will try to get it out earlier, just because Blue Marble put the effort to like get that shit done. I think he was just mostly excited, which is cool, but like I don't need it quite yet. But I have that, and then I have before I get Blue Marble, I have Tornado Pelt has a guest spot as well, guest event. So we'll be seeing that show up pretty soon as well. I think that'll show up sooner. Yeah, that'll show up sooner because it's like proofs 38, 39, something like that. I forgot already. So we have a lot of guests coming up soon. Just subscribe to Blue and you'll see the latest video. That's true, I am subscribed to Blue. I just have to actually, like, you'd be amazed how little time I spent watching everyone else's YouTube channels. Like, I want to, I don't have the time to watch everybody's who I subscribe to. Like I really don't have all day, and I have like other things to watch, so I don't usually get to watch everybody's stuff, which I'm sorry, I just don't have the time. So I'll have to take a look. Cause yeah, like I never like all of Sly's streams. I can't keep up with that nonsense. He streams too much, so I stream too much. So I just, if I get the chance, I will check it out. I should after this. I'll probably get a chance to check it out because that sounds awesome. What did you guys what do you all debunk? Just give me a bit of a sneak preview on what you all debunked. Well, yeah. I imagine if I find the time, that's why I end up staying up late watching the videos. That is true. Don't think I ever heard gaze, but it seems similar to what? Okay. Mr. Thrive and Survive. Oh no, he is hard to listen to. I've been debating if I want to do another video on him because part of me doesn't, because he's like, he came out with that like challenge, like, you know, debate me, which just fucking reeks of like desperation, and I want nothing to do with that, because it reeks of desperation, right? Like he sounds so desperate for attention, and I'd rather he just die to obscurity than anything else, and at the same time, like he's like, he genuinely sells some harmful shit at his store, and I don't want to fucking help promote that nonsense, because like he sells like colloidal silver and shit, and like he's a scummy asshole, who genuinely sells just, he is a legit, you know, snake oil salesman than Mr. Thrive and Survive. So I'd rather not promote him, but not that my fucking views would promote him, but I don't want to legitimize him is I guess probably the thing that I'm saying. Like he doesn't actually have any legitimate fucking arguments. He just wants to sell his colloidal silver. I'm also not sure if he is a flat earther. Like I know he says he is, but I'm not convinced. I'm really not convinced that he is. Do a video R&D if the idiots can't focus on a camera on planets and stars. I think it was you. Somebody sent me a video on that, or suggestion on that. So I do have it somewhere, and I think it might have been you who sent me that video, Havoc. And I will try. I wish I had more time to do all the videos that people ask me to, but I genuinely like I get a lot of videos sent to me, and I don't have time to watch them and research them and then make a video on top of it. One video a week is quite difficult as is, even if they are just quickies, just because I have to work and stuff. Oh my goodness, I need to not drop everything is what I need to do. Alright, so I think the only other thing that I kind of want to do with her is, do we want to, since we've got about 20 minutes or so before I think I'm going to end the stream, do we want to do a black hair for her as well? Do we want to do the same kind of shading for her hair? Or are we okay with whatever ass color it is now? whatever imaginary ass color it is now. Or do we? Yeah. What do you want? What do you want with that? What do you think, guys? Black hair? Should we blacken up her hair a little bit? Good tentacles. Good tentacles. Purple hair. Oh, that's true. Purple hair, huh? We were gonna do that. Can I do purple hair? Is the question. I think I can. Right? I should be able to. Do I have a good purple? Let me break out my sorry, I'm gonna try to erase some things here. Let me see what I got for colored pencils around here. They really don't have any. Okay, here's where I keep stuff. All right, let's see what we got. So I guess we do have this purple we could use. So we have that purple. Oh, red brings out the makeup kit. I do have. I'm actually. That's a little too blue. I used to do some makeup. I used to do theater, so I am maybe not the best at makeup, but I can do makeup if I wanted to. I know that people have suggested, like, I'm not one who's opposed to much. So if you wear makeup, you know, good on you. I don't care. And I actually have contemplated wearing some for like the streams and stuff, just to make make my eyes pop out a little bit more. Because you can do eyeliner pretty easily. And I know how to do stage makeup, which would be, I think, good for this. And I actually look very, very good in eyeliner. I already have fairly big eyes to begin with, and when I wear eyeliner, I look sexy as hell. But I rarely get an opportunity to actually wear any. All right, let's see what we can do. That's a professional makeup kit there, yeah. Too many new bids, yeah. We just stare at Homs while you listen to you. Yeah, no, that's good. I fucking don't blame you guys. I wish you were. I mean, granted, I wouldn't turn the camera right now, but I wish he were here, because I do always like it when he gets a little bit of attention. So, but I just did laundry, and he is all cuddled up on the warm laundry at the moment. So I'm just gonna let him sit there and enjoy it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I only have one purple, and I'm really worried about not being able to highlight or or shadow any of it, because I have one. Let's grab. How well will you blend? We're about to find out. This is me figuring out if I can blend things. I don't. This is why I don't color things. I'm very not good at it. It's because of you guys that I'm actually bothering to color. So, otherwise I wouldn't. So we're gonna have light. It's gonna hit here, so we have a little bit of dark there. And then some lighter and then some white, probably. This is all underneath, so I kind of want this to be all kind of in shadow. So we'll do that. Alright, we're gonna see how this works. Oh, I hate coloring. I hate coloring. Oh, that's looking pretty good. That's actually making it pretty black. Pretty dark right there, and then like, okay, that didn't turn out as awful as I thought it would. And we'll keep just, just like this. Actually, not bad. Not bad. Not bad so far. Go here, same thing. Some dark. I used to have way more colored pencils, but I don't color enough to justify me owning them anymore. So I keep a little. That little kit is like all the colors that I own. I have a crap ton of crayons. The crayons don't necessarily blend well, so they don't make for the best. For this kind of work. They really don't necessarily look good. Super marker. I'm talking to myself, just trying to get through this because I really don't like doing. I really don't like coloring. Why the horn? What horn? Is there a horn somewhere? And the coloring shading, she looks a lot like Yu-Gi-Oh character, I'd say. I think so. I think she, yeah. We definitely got close to Yu-Gi-Oh scales here. That's okay. That's okay. I got nothing against Yu-Gi-Oh. You won't hear me complain about Yu-Gi-Oh too much. At least not the original Yu-Gi-Oh. I didn't watch the other Yu-Gi-Ohs. They're probably bad. I was always more of a Pokemon fan myself. Still am. Still love Pokemon. If you've watched like any amount of my videos, you know that I'm a Pokemon fan because I have lots of Pokemon jokes everywhere. So I was always definitely more of that. Was more my thing. And I still like it. I was really annoyed when Pokemon decided to change its art style for its Sun and Moon season. I was really annoyed because I really liked X, Y, and Z. Oh well, what can you do? It's what the money says. Damn it, R&D. There's 6 people watching. You still missed my comment. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh. Like, I'm not, this is, yeah, I'm, like, mostly looking down at my paper, though. Like, I'm not looking up. That's the problem. So, like, I'll comment for, like, a couple minutes and then look up. And whatever fucking comment is left is what we get. Sorry. Okay, let's see. We got a little bit of light right there. Dark. This is the most we've like drawn here. I kind of like the fact that we can stay longer. I would have ended this a while ago if it had been a regular day, just to be able to go get the shit that I have to go get done. Still have to go get shit done after this, but I'm glad that we have extra time today. Today we get to hang around. All right, let's do that. That is looking beautiful. Oh, I love her. Oh. We still gotta color this other Dan down here. She's looking really good. We're gonna finish this last Dan. We got 10 minutes. We're gonna finish this one, and then we're gonna do. Let's just say, be warned about the incredible post-British accent if you watch the video R&D. All right. All right. We're gonna color in this Dan as well because he needs to be colored in, obviously. So we'll color him in. Get some shading going on in the places where shading needs to happen. Like right there. And just lightly color the rest of him. Oh, I am super happy about this. I'm super happy about this one. We are definitely getting better, I think. Which I'm really glad about. I'm really glad we're doing these streams. Even if there's only 6 of you, thank you. Thank you, all 6 of you who are spending your Wednesday evenings with me. Because this is just fun. Sometimes it's nice to just relax and not talk about flat earthers, or listen to stupid flat earth videos, and just draw and talk about Pokemon and talk about fucking Mask and Centurion and Beast Wars and other good shit rather than nonsense all the goddamn time. Oh right, she is looking fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. She looks great. There's that much sunlight in the abyss. You know what? There's enough sunlight in the abyss here. I'm gonna darken this up just a tad bit. There we go. I think that she is all finished up. That was great. We fucking finished the thing. We did a thing. Congratulations, us. We have ourselves Purple Dan. Yeah, this is Purple Dan today. So we've done it. I think I'm pretty happy with her. She's looking pretty fabulous. I'm gonna go scan this in and send it out to Twitters and send it out to Dan. But we are going to stop there, which I think is good timing because I think we hit the 2-hour mark. But thank you, all 6 of you. Yes, all 6 of you. Thank you very much for joining me. Oh, we have a winner. Yes, this is we're getting there. So we're good. Thank you. We will see you all. Oh, let's get this up there so it looks, because there's still some more. Whatever. She looks fabulous. I love her. You all have yourselves a great afternoon, evening, whatever time it is. I will see you all next time.